video is gonna be interesting. There's so much fun and good things about bartending, but there's also the people. It was Valentine's Day. Any server or bartender, anyone in the restaurant industry hates Valentine's Day, especially if you have to work it. I've always had to work Valentine's Day, except this past year, I think it either wasn't working, I had stopped bartending, so I didn't have to work it this year, which is very nice, because I actually have a Valentine. So, anyway, I was serving at this time in my life, and it was obviously so busy. I mean, we were booked out. I never worked at like a high-end restaurant. It was just a corporate restaurant, like a chain restaurant, but very, very busy, okay? Like, it's ridiculous. And on Valentine's Day, you get one of two types of guests, okay? You get the really nice, happy couples who are like, yeah, let's go to dinner, why not? It's Valentine's Day, treat ourselves, whatever. You get, but those are the lesser, that's the smaller percentage of the people who go out on Valentine's Day. The majority of people that you get are the unhappy couples who are forced to go out to prove that they still have some sort of affection for each other during this night. And they are miserable, okay? Miserable. I had one table and another server had another table that literally, before you get drinks to the table, they were arguing so bad that they left. They just left. So we started a tab, did all this stuff, and then we just had to comp their drinks because they just got mad and left. And if that doesn't sum up Valentine's Day in a restaurant, I don't know what does. I was cashing out this table. It was just a couple. You know, some people come, you know, their families, they have to, but obviously you're mostly with like tables of two all night, two tops all night, maybe a couple, like a couple four tops where it's like two couples, you know, they're best friends, and they're like, oh my god, we're all in love and we love each other, let's go out to dinner. Anyway, this couple was kind of like in between. They didn't seem unhappy, but they weren't like, love of my life, we're out to dinner, you know, it was very average. And they were nice enough to me, you know, nothing crazy. It was one of those where the guy liked to speak for the woman a lot, which really bothers me. But anyway, I have a story about that in a second. So I scanned their card, and this person had it was the guy who paid. So he gave me his credit card, and he was kind of secretive about, like, I didn't realize it until after the fact. He was secretive about it. He kind of like, I could tell he didn't want her looking at the book or anything and whatever, but I just thought that was because he was paying and just didn't want her to pay at all, you know, just trying to be a gentleman. So I didn't think anything of it, but I went to my drawer and I cashed them out and everything. And I noticed on the card, it was a picture of his family. It was such a cute picture. And some people have pictures of their dogs or whatever. So it's just cute when I see those little cards. And so when I gave it back to them, I said, you know, have a good night, happy Valentine's Day. By the way, I love the picture on your credit card. So cute. Like, it's a nice family picture. And just like, you know, and then as I'm walking away, you know, I smile, and the guy kind of gives me a weird look, and then as I'm walking away, I hear the woman go, "You're married and have children." It was his mistress. I was the one who let it all out. I let it be known, and I was just trying to give the man a nice compliment. I didn't think, because I'm not someone who would do that, I didn't think to look at the card and be like, oh, let me make sure his wife is actually the woman sitting at the table. Like, I didn't notice. They definitely had at least the same color hair, because I might have would have noticed that, but like, so, oh my god, they were mad, and he did not tip me. So, completely no tip on that bill. But like, I don't blame him. You're in the wrong here, but I understand if you don't want to give me your money after that. I get it. I get it. I get it. So this next story happened at the same restaurant years ago. So what I mentioned earlier about the people, like the man or the woman not wanting their man or woman to like speak to me. So one time I had this table, and the woman was doing all the talking, was very nice to me, and she, you know, was just, the guy seemed kind of timid anyway. And you know, when you're in the service industry, like, you're gonna pay attention to everyone that you're servicing, like at least a little bit. And so someone was really nice to me at first, this and that. Oh, we're both gonna have this. So I didn't take anything of it. So then I get, you know, I bring their drinks, they had time, they're ready to order. So I go to the woman, okay, what, because I'm always ladies first. So I go, what would you like for dinner? And you know, she tells me and stuff, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, and what would you like? And he literally like looks at her like, am I allowed to speak? Like, that was truly the look on his face. And she goes, oh, he'll have the steak, whatever he ordered. He'll have this. And he wants it this way. Look, and she literally goes, no, 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 look at me, honey. I was like, do you think I'm trying to hit on your man when I just want to know what he wants for dinner because that's my job? Excuse me? She thought, like, how is taking someone's order hitting on them? Like, I'm just sorry for paying attention to him. Would you rather be mean to him? Apparently so. Those are the kind of jealous people that don't even care what kind of attention you are giving their partner. They don't want any of it. Like, but come on. I mean, I don't know, maybe he's unfaithful to her, so she's like paranoid now, but like, I'm just trying to do my job here, okay? Don't belittle me and talk to me like I'm a child and talk to me like I'm trying to steal your man when I just want to know what he wants for dinner. So yeah, hate that, okay? You guys, you shouldn't do that. The last story, just for this video, because I have a feeling this is already long. I really don't know, okay? I don't want to make this too long. I'm going to tell one more story. So I had a couple come in right before close, okay? I mean, people who come right before close, like, I get it, it's fine, but you should really just be quick, okay? You know, or if you're gonna be a while, let your server know so they can prepare. You know, some people have to call for rides, whatnot, have kids to get home to, stuff like that. You know, you expect to maybe be there about a half hour after you close. That's pretty standard, maybe 45 minutes, but if someone comes in right before you close and orders your full dinner, you could now be there for an hour or more after, and that's just not cool. And, you know, we're just not prepared for that. That's all, just to let us know. So, I was closing this night, and I was literally done. It was like 3 minutes to close. And this couple walks in, and it's a younger couple, and the woman's pregnant. And they, first of all, are same-siders. They sat in the same side. Already red flag, okay? I already knew you were gonna give me trouble. They sit down and they order a full course meal. They want appetizers, dinners, and desserts. Whatever. So the woman, a lot of pregnant women will order their meat well done to eliminate the risk of like foodborne illnesses and stuff like that. Totally understand that. So unfortunately my cooks weren't happy that they ordered well done steaks. Because those take time, and they probably had already closed down most of their stuff anyway. You know, it's just obnoxious, but it can be done. I could tell that's why she was ordering it like that. She kind of voiced that to me. And they were nice to me the whole time. Let me just say that, okay? But just wait for the end. So the closing cook who was on was obviously not happy, and he got their dinners up very quickly. And I was like, are these well done? Because if you close down the kitchen before they cut into their steaks, I'll kill you. You need to make sure, I want to make sure they're happy before you do anything. Don't just try to like send it off, because when you cook something wrong, especially intentionally, that affects my paycheck, not yours. So he was like, yes, yes, they're well done. They're well done. I'm like, okay, don't believe him, but what can I do? So I bring them to the table. They're not well done. I knew that in my head. I kind of rushed it. I kind of had a feeling. I told them, hey, these came up pretty fast. I just want to make sure they're well done before we go ahead and close the kitchen, which is another way for me to say, we're closing. So they weren't done, so I go back. I'm like, come on, please just make these well done. Now they're cut into, you can see when they're well done. And you know, he's whatever. So I finally bring them back, and to me, they looked well done. Granted, at some little parts, there was still a little bit of pink, and the couple was still, you know, not very happy because it was for, you know, not just their preference, but for like a safety reason, you know? So I felt bad, and I was like, look, I'm really, really sorry. What can I do? I'll take your desserts off, whatever, this and that. And they were happy with that. They were very nice. They didn't want anything for free, or so they told me. I didn't comp the steaks or anything, but I did give them free dessert. And, you know, whatever. So, like, a few days goes by, and this was a restaurant where we could do online surveys, and it is really bad when you get a bad online survey, okay? Do not do this to people just to mess with them. People can lose their jobs over one bad survey, and I was still kind of new at this job at the time. I hadn't gotten spoken to or anything. Like, I was doing really well. I'd served for years before this, so I knew what I was doing. So they gave me either a 1 or a 2 out of 5, and those, you get like a sit down. I forget which one it was. I think it was a 2. You get a sit down, and I remember that, I know it was them because, well, when you submit a survey, it comes off your receipt. So when they submit the survey, they know exactly what receipt it was, so they can pull it up. And I remembered from looking at the receipt exactly what table it was, like the time on the receipt, everything. So I was like, oh. I was like, I don't know why they gave me a 2. I asked them this, this, and that, and they like annihilated me. And then on the other hand, you also never know, like, if your food is messed up, 8 times out of 10, it's not because your server rang it in wrong or anything like that. Usually if they do, we own up to it, okay? We would rather, and we know that you would rather us be honest and say, I'm so sorry, that was my fault. I'm gonna fix this, because everything falls on us, okay? If the kitchen messes up, I did not cook your food, okay? So please don't take it out on me. That is not my fault. I will do everything in my power to fix the night, but that is it. So those are just a few of the stories. I have a lot more crazy ones that come to mind, but I just wanted to feel this whole thing out. If you guys want to see those, I will definitely share them. I mean, people are whack. Like, that was just the tip of the iceberg, let me tell you. People are whack. Anyway, that is it for this video. If you like my ranty storytime videos and all my talking with my hands because I'm Italian and I can't help it, then please give me a thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Just let me know if you want to see more of these videos down below, or any other specific ranty topics or anything like that, because I love to rant because it releases bad energy. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye guys.